Everybody at Psychic Hunter David. Well, it is Friday the 10th. I have to say I got hair there, dust, the devastating photography of, you know, Pacific Coast Highway. I remember all of that. I was there at school in Old Pasadena, just off Colorado Boulevard in Altadena back in the early 1990s. And it's just unbelievable. And it hit within the fringes of Colorado Boulevard in Old Pasadena because it went into Altadena, and Altadena was not very far. I think it was actually northwest of Pasadena, Old Pasadena. So it's just been a travesty, but it just goes to show you that, man, we feel we're in control, but boy, I'm telling you, nature can set in and just be the most destructive force. God bless the people that lost their lives, the animals that were trapped, the animals that were killed. Material things, listen, the Getty's, museum are extremely intelligent. They did it correctly. They've double walled it. They've got their own water supply. Smart cookies. They've got Rembrandts, and these are things that none of us own. These are centuries old. But material things, sadly, that can all be replaced. It's our lives, and when people are displaced like this, with the rug being pulled out, there's some stuff going down. The world is changing. I talked about this with Pluto. We've seen it with Mr. Trump's remarks. Now we've had Mr. Putin rebuke him about Greenland. And I'm sure we're going to have China make remarks about Canada. You can't just bulldoze, not with Pluto and Aquarius. And he's a Leo, so it's his ascendant's Leo, so it's opposing him. So we're going to see, some tough waters. I think you're going to see a real standoff if anything goes on there. And that's just, psychically speaking, meaning me giving my sort of vision of what's going on. His energy is pretty heavy because we've got this full moon on Monday, and Mars, of course, has retrograded back into Cancer sign, and the full moon is the moon. So there's quite a buildup till Monday. And, sometimes, though, it's a relieving of pressure. It's kind of like this, the pressure goes, like the topper goes off because it's been built up, built up, built up. And 90% of the problem with everything in life is that those that are to do their job, those that are in the position to make choices, make decisions, correct problems, deal with problems, don't do it. I don't have to be Donald Trump to say that. It's everywhere. Canada, American administration that was before, Britain. It's everywhere. It's Europe. It's nobody's taking responsibility in the 21st century. And this is where there's going to be conflict. I've had it here where I live with problems with management. It's everywhere. And I think the big thing that we're going to learn through Pluto's transgress of Aquarius before it hits Pisces, which is even much more intense, is the fact that we need to go through the rebellion and revolution in order to come to restoration. And the restoration can bring in an extremely creative time when it moves into Pisces. Now, that's not to say that it's going to be perfect. Pisces rules the oceans, it rules water. There could be all kinds of problems with the earth and water and the glaciers melting and all kinds of shit. But that's 20 years from now. Well, we may not even be here. But when you see the devastation of what happened with Pacific Palisades, it's just horrific. I remember going there with my aunt like 30 years ago, and it's just devastating to see that you don't need war. Nature can say, "I'll do it for you." It's horrible. But God bless the people, and things can be rebuilt. It's horrible. The Americans went through the war, their civil war. They've gone through World War II. They didn't have it touch them as much, but they did have it touch Hiroshima, or sorry, that was what happened to Japan. They did have it touch Honolulu and what took place definitely in Hawaii. But anyway, I'm around. Be prepared, as I said, for Monday. This is an intense weekend of buildup. As I said, remember, Mars is in that relating house. It is in Cancer sign. We are in Capricorn. And pretty soon we're going to move to Aquarius, and then the nodes move to Pisces, Virgo, and we're dealing with Pluto. So we got a lot of energy ahead, and the winter's ticking on. It's still light at 5:30, a little bit bluish. So I can't wait till it's light out at 8:30, light out at 9:30. Anyway, I wish you guys all the best. I'm around. Give me a call if you're interested. And I have spots and availabilities over the weekend. Cheers. Have a good day. You heard it here first.